cheeks over there. Someone has roller filled the champagne.
I have a little bit of Asian.
I know.
I feel so red right now.
You either do or you ain't. Stay social.
So, what's up, you guys? Thank you for doing this interview today. First of all, what is your name and what do you do?
Yes, that one should be pretty straightforward, shouldn't it?
Yeah,
First question, starting off strong. My name's Kennen, and I do modeling with a number of other adult activities. That sounds not what I intended. Oh God. I work in real estate. That's the adult activity. I work in real estate, and I work in regarding, long story short, human rights, health advocacy with handicapped communities. So here we are, but modeling's the fun one right now. Here we go. Pass it on to you. Hopefully you don't say anything embarrassing like I do. Snips.
Hi, my name is Jerry X Zhang, and I do too much also. By day, I work as a UX designer in software development. Woo, fun shit. By night, well, also sometimes day, I'm a model, sound agency, same agency. I host and curate events as well, and I have a YouTube channel where I chat with creative people and annoy them.
Yes. So well. Oh, also shout out to our agency, Alice Laura Models. Yee.
Alice, she kind of scares me, Lucy. I love you, Alice, but oh my god.
So my first question, we're talking about boundaries today. How can aspiring artists benefit from setting strong personal and professional boundaries as they navigate the early stages of their careers? And how might this positively affect their mental well-being?
Oof.
I feel like setting boundaries is everything when you're just starting off, because it's like, for example, if you do stuff for free at the beginning, people are going to expect you to want to keep doing things for free, or you're going to get locked into a certain type of work or whatever, and I don't know, you got to be a little bit flexible too though, with exploring and seeing like what you're really strong at, and be just very open. But then also, when there's something you really don't want to do, don't be afraid to say no, because you deserve to have boundaries. I don't know how to pass it.
No, you're so good. I think a common feeling within creative industries is this, this feeling of when will the next gig come? When will the next opportunity, is this, if I say yes to this opportunity, will it be my big, hit off? It's this constant feeling of what will the next decision, how will the next decision inform my trajectory for success? And so because of that, I think a lot of other people in the industry who are either actively or not actively aware of this mindset within especially new creatives would take advantage of that feeling of unknowingness, that feeling of kind of slight desperation for what's on the horizon, and would make taking advantage of that feeling, which could lead to someone agreeing to do something they may not be fully comfortable with, or signing on for a rate that they know their work is worth more than. It's a whole list. I feel like that's the struggle. I mean, I still have struggles with that too, is learning how to value my time and my effort and my skill set, especially in an industry that I'm still exploring the realms for. So yeah, I often look to people who've been in this industry for a while to kind of have an idea of how to not only explore what is my time and effort worth, but also how to communicate that to people. And accept, okay, if I communicate my worth and this person says no, then I just take that as another way to pivot to what's best for my trajectory.
Hell yeah.
So eloquent.
All right, the next question is, in the competitive world of art, how can emerging artists use boundaries to manage stress, maintain a healthy work-life balance, and avoid potential burnout?
Oh God.
We're both so burnt out.
We were so burnt out.
We're like the wrong people for this question.
I was like, that's a great question.
How are you going to do it differently in the future?
I'm toxic. I You answer first.
Yeah. Well, the spoiler is I don't think I am. But I am learning better how to rely on my resources, meaning get sleep, eat protein, balance a diet, like reach out to friends and other resources that help me kind of remember why I'm here and why I'm doing what I'm doing, and I don't know, things that help me simultaneously remember the big picture but also just get through the day and know that I'm not gonna be able to hit that next success marker without eating meals, sleeping well, petting my dog, hanging out with friends, maintaining all around holistic health. So it's not a fancy approach, it's a pretty simple approach, frankly. And something I think I'm always learning how to better do, because I am so prone to overexerting myself because I get excited, and then behind closed doors I'm like, oh my god, I am so pleased with all this outcome, but I am exhausted to my bones. So yeah, can't say I've gotten that one down, but I am learning a lot. What about you, dude?
I don't know. I feel like I relate a lot to what you said, especially with just like being really excited about different things and being a very impulsive person. I like to jump at new opportunities, or if I come up with an idea for something, I just immediately do it. And because of that, it's just juggling a lot of things. And my whole philosophy though is, I think burnout is kind of inevitable when you're doing something you're passionate about, especially like whilst like burning super hot, like you're coming in like a meteor fucking from the atmosphere. Like you're gonna sizzle out, but shit's gonna be beautiful, right, as you're doing it. And so, I don't know, I just ride the wave of excitement and really just like passion for whatever it is I'm doing until like I'm no longer passionate about it. And if I burn out completely forever, that's fine. There's gonna be other things I'm gonna love. There's gonna be other things that's gonna interest me. And you know, it's like going back to the whole thing of like, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And as for what I do though to help with the longevity, because I would rather not burn out of everything super quickly, definitely prioritizing health. Because granted, health has always been like a big priority for me, especially in the past year and a half, between like diet, sleep, training every day, and not doing it just for the sake of like
looking like a beef patty.
yeah, not just for vanity reasons anymore, although it does help a lot, but really focusing on performance, and not just performance like, yeah bro, I just benched 225 for 20 reps, but more so like, just can I get a good workout in where I feel like I'm pushing myself and I'm progressing, while still have that physical and mental energy to be able to do everything else I need to do, to take care of my responsibilities. Do I have the energy to wake up every day for the meetings that I have, and then to stay up late at night to edit videos? So if I'm struggling with that, then fuck, I don't know.
I just game. That's how I fucking recover.
Yeah, listening thing.
Love it.
Okay, paired with the sexy music.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways,
I'm definitely not sober.
so
Oh, it hit me earlier.
Am I red?
Teensy bit. You got the slot
Asian glow.
I was gonna say, I was like, you got the slot Asian glow. Yeah, no, it did hit me earlier, and I was like, and I am setting this down on the ground.
I mean, I'll drink yours if you
we
want.
put that Andre
I'll take care of
champagne.
it. Give us some time. I'll rally you. Okay.
Okay, so success stories from famous artists that y'all think have effectively shown good boundaries. And a good example of this is actually something I saw today. Adele stopped her entire concert because she saw one of her fans getting bullied in the crowd.
Yeah.
She's like, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Leave him alone.
First off, primo, you know, Adele cover right there. I thought she was in the room for a second.
I was like,
Exactly. I know it's kind of a funny thought, but the artists who tend to stick out in my mind are the ones who tend to take that unspoken rule book, you can speak English in here, take the unspoken rule book on, I guess in some ways like that competitiveness, what your work is for, how you should behave yourself. Like I say, you've already said a really good example of Adele is like, she said, you know, I could have continued on with my concert and done as was expected, continue being like singing my songs. You know, I could have just continued singing the songs, following the rules to continue the show going, but no, I decided to be a decent human being and see that I have authority over my own show. This show has my name on it, you know, I can determine whether or not we pause and change the course, maybe change somebody's day or change their life depending. You know, there's been a lot of concerts in the past where there was actually like lives at risk that people didn't stop, you know. So I guess it also comes down to the artists who really see the power behind their voice and see the power behind their presence, and when they begin to realize that and they take that in hand, and it can and sometimes change people's lives, and other days it just makes them a bit better. In America, I tend to look for artists that have that ability to say, yes, like I'm supporting myself financially, but also I'm not gonna be quiet at the detriment of someone's human rights. So those are the types of artists, can't really quite bring any to mind, but those are the types of behaviors and artists that I tend to draw to, are the ones who are willing to say the things that may or may not get them sponsors, because at the end of the day, they're gonna support the accessibility of humans.
In an era of social media, and Jerry, you and I almost had a conversation about this at one of the first one modeling events we were both at together. But standing up for things that you believe in, or you're making a statement.
Ew, I post.
Prost.
I love how we did that in sync.
You know what I think is funny? It's just, sorry I'm cutting out, but like,
No,
We'll get back.
there's this whole thing with like German culture where if you don't say Prost back when everyone else is cheering,
Oh yeah.
like it's what, like 10 years of bad sex.
You might as well be in for life.
It's true. Some people are.
to be fair, they started that way.
That's not gonna change much for me.
Some people that you'd like to thank for mentoring you around the creative industry and just boundaries and becoming the person you are today.
Oh gosh.
I'd like to thank myself for being myself. No, I don't know.
I can't wait to make that.
I like to thank my Wi-Fi stuff for getting me through. Maybe the next tattoo you should get is a little L and R. Just look right here.
Left.
Perfect. Links, rechts, perfect.
Continue.
Oh my god. People see this is me trying to get away from the question, because every time I get answer questions like this, I'm like, I have so much appreciation for so many people, but when I'm put on the spot, I cannot remember any of those lists.
Give me your top three.
I have a lot of appreciation for those in my friend circle, and I said like, hey, like I think I'm gonna try out this modeling thing, and they were like, yeah, why not? Why not do it? You're tall, you got an interesting jawline. See if it sells. And so it works out well. I'm only gonna be this attractive for a while. First off, I wanna have cool photos for my grandkids, at least, or my adopted grandkids. And secondly, might as well make money off of these fucking long ass femurs for once. So if I didn't get a scholarship in college for volleyball, I'm gonna get paid now. The people who were willing to see what was popularly being produced in the artistic industry and were willing to go out on a limb and try something that was kind of quote unquote bizarre. And those are the people that I really appreciate and try to emulate some of those behaviors on challenging myself and challenging the photographers I work with and the stylist I'm working with. And yeah, I have appreciation for my agency, Alice, for taking a genuine risk on someone who has a lot of creative ideas but is still building their experience. So I certainly appreciate them for that. And you know, Alice, I feel like Alice Laura is the perfect amount of intimidation. So it's great.
I'm so fearful. Oh my god.
I adore her. She
I've never
works the
met her.
room very well.
So it's been almost a year exactly since I started modeling, and a big part of the reason was because Jacob Tran, he posted on his story that he was hosting a meetup, and I just showed up and I met so many amazing people. Like so many of the people that I met from that very first photo meetup, they're still my friends to this day. I see them super often at events and stuff like that, and really just like, it's the other people in the creative community that really inspire me constantly to want to keep pushing and to keep doing more, and like to really be like, yeah, like you could make something out of this, especially because, as I mentioned before, I still work full-time in software development, but like it's because of the creative community where I've really found a home and where I've really found people that I could actually connect with. And shout out to the homie DeMarcus, because like, dude's just been like the homie since like day one, like so supportive, and just such a giving person, like a genuinely like good iconic example of someone that's like a nice, healthy, wholesome individual in the creative community. Another shout out maybe to my favorite toxic person in the industry, Lauren Kern. I love you so much. Just like she always talks her shit. She's like super like blunt.
Yeah.
Love that. Appreciate that. Absolutely like polar opposite friends, but like love them both.
Fits so well.
Oh, and also Rhonda Chambers. I don't know if y'all know who she is, but she's a producer and coordinator for a lot of the runway shows and stuff like that here in Dallas, or just in Texas for the past like 15 years. But shout out to her, because like absolutely super inspirational person.
Just make sure my head's not in it. Okay.
It's just your head the whole time.
Just like a little ridge. Just a little ridge. Like, oh my god. You either do or you ain't. Stay social.